Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am MJ. I am a non-binary, queer, and autistic science fiction and fantasy author. Today, I want to talk about something that many of us neurodiverse writers struggle with: habit building. If you've ever been told that you just need to build better habits or stay consistent and felt completely lost, this video is for you. We're going to explain why habits can be so challenging for ADHD folks and autistic folks, and how we can approach them with compassion and practical strategies. So let's dive in. For most people, building a habit is about repetition. Do the same thing enough times and it becomes automatic. But for those of us with ADHD and or autism, it's not that simple. And here's why. Executive function is what helps us to plan, organize, and follow through on our tasks. For neurodiverse folks, these processes can feel like climbing a mountain. Even remembering to do something consistently can be a major hurdle. For those of us with ADHD, we often hyperfixate on new habits or goals, diving in head first with all our energy. But when the initial excitement fades, it can feel impossible to keep going. On the flip side, those of us with autism might find routine comforting, but can get overwhelmed if it becomes too rigid or doesn't align with our energy levels that day. Those of us with both can bounce back and forth between diving headfirst in and needing a rigid routine, and it may feel like we're cycling. For autistic writers, small changes in routine can throw everything off. A habit relies on a certain environment of timing, and those factors can shift, and it can feel like starting over from scratch. Now that we understand the challenges, let's talk about strategies that will actually work for ADHD and autistic writers. These are approaches that I have used myself or heard from others in our community. Instead of trying to write 1,000 words every day, just start with 50 or even 10. The smaller the habit, the less daunting it feels. Plus, small wins build confidence over time. Apps, alarms, or even sticky notes can help remind us to stick with our habit. For me, I need to have a planner that I interact with multiple times a day. I keep established routines in my planner, like my morning routine or my exercise goal for the day. Even though these things do not change, and I have been doing them for more than 30 days, some days I wake up and I completely forget what to do. Having this support when I need it helps me to not completely collapse. In addition, I use digital support to help complement my physical planner. And this way, I have a backup if I forget to open up my planner for the day, which has happened plenty of times. Also, don't hesitate to ask family or friends to check in with you. Accountability is huge. Instead of thinking about habits as something you have to do at the same time every day, think about routines as flexible frameworks. I might aim to write after breakfast, but if it doesn't happen, I can try again after lunch. If a goal doesn't work for you, remember to change it. Sometimes my writing goal is workouts. Other time I need to focus on time spent in the chair. Then there are times where I need to think about my project in sections instead. Every step forward is a win. If you wrote one sentence today, that is a success. Positive reinforcement helps build motivation and confidence. It's okay to change your habits if they're not working for you. Neurodiverse folks thrive with flexibility, so don't feel guilty for adjusting your approach. I call this flexible structure. I developed this approach when raising my kids and have kept it as an adult. Structure your day, but allow enough flexibility when things change or when you need them to change. One of the biggest hurdles we face is the guilt of failing at habits. Society tells us that consistency equals success, but that's not always true for us. Here are some things to remember. Progress isn't linear. You might have weeks where you are on fire and others where you can't write a single word. That's okay. It does not mean that you have failed. Your habits don't need to look perfect to be effective. Focus on what works for you and not what others expect. You are valuable, whether or not you stick to your habits. Writing is important, but so is your mental health and well being. And actually, your mental health and well being are more important. I'll be honest, building habits is something I am still working on. Some weeks I feel unstoppable. Other weeks I'm lucky if I can sit at my desk, but I'm learning to give myself grace and focus on new strategies for my new life stage. If you're struggling, know that you're not alone. We're all figuring this out together. And if you're interested, you can join my writing Discord writing group for neurodiverse authors, and I'll put a link down below. And you're more than welcome to join us and see that we're kind of all in this space together. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content about writing and the neurodiverse experience. What habits have you found to be helpful in your writing journey? Share them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep writing, and take care of yourself. Bye!